What's up, guys? Tobin here with you. Thanks for checking out the channel. Just got back from the Heat's house. Boots on the ground tonight for the Heat's 120-113 win over the Houston Rockets. Houston's been having a good season. Very tough team. They are a team that has a lot of good young talent. They've added some veteran savvy to it. They obviously bring in Ime Udoka. So, he's kind of taking them from tank team to totally respectable. So I was very interested to see what Miami was going to do. They have some interesting players in Şengün and, Fred VanVleet with what he's going to bring, Jabari Smith. And I was very, very curious to see what this was going to be like. Dylan Brooks did not play. He looks like he was in a Kung Fu movie because he looked like he had gone out to dinner on South Beach but tore off the sleeves of his shirt like he was ready to throw down, as Dylan Brooks you would expect him to do. I also forgot they had Boban on the Rockets, which is always a delight for me. But it was a great game for a couple of reasons. One, obviously the number one thing is you got back home. You started off the homestand in the right way. This is a homestand with Houston, OKC, and Orlando, and then you'll finish out with the Hornets coming up on Sunday, which is always a wild card. But you're taking on some good teams, and you come off of a tough trip that was fine, and it wasn't great. And Spo had actually talked about this after the game, and that he felt that they had a lot of things that they had to clean up because they felt that they could have had a much better road trip. And West Coast trips are always interesting for Eric Spoelstra because he always seems to get a really good pulse of his team going out that long with his team and having a standard of where things are at and either they can get the doors blown off them over 5 games. He goes, yeah, but I think we bonded. I think we got better. Or they can have a really good trip. It really brings everybody together. Or that could have been a lot better. And I think more of us. And that was, I think, the attitude they came into this game with. And you could really see this Miami Heat team sharing the basketball today. Very, very noticeable. With 41 makes today, you had 30 total assists from the team, so they were really sharing the basketball well. Got to give that up for Duncan Robinson. Duncan Robinson was just incredible today, and just his versatility of assists. It's funny what injection Kevin Love has brought to this team, but him and Duncan Robinson, very strong relationship, and just the chucking down of the outlet pass that Duncan Robinson is trying to master from what is the Kevin Love sensei was a beautiful thing to see. The fourth quarter, I want to, you guys know what I'm going to get to, which is, of course, my favorite thing that happened in today's game. And that regards, the Serbian Terminator, Nikola Jović. We'll get to that in just a second. But, as far as taking this game home, so Duncan has that outlet to Bam. Bam gets the slam. Heat go up 11. Ime Udoka calls timeout 40 seconds into the fourth quarter. And, this is always the interesting thing is how is Miami going to handle success and a lead in the fourth quarter? How can they handle seeming like they have a team down on the canvas? And can they muster the ability to keep this from being a clutch game? And it was always kind of venturing in that territory. It was always like the Rockets would get it to 8, 9, never really kind of put it over that threshold that you felt in total danger. And I think a big credit of that has to go to Tyler Hero. Tyler Hero hit some big ass buckets, especially Miami was at a point where they got it. They felt like they were stuck on 110 points for a long ass time. And then Tyler hits his patented baby float, gets the foul, gives Miami a little bit of breathing room. It makes it a 9-point game. And, right after that, Duncan Robinson, he gets fouled out in this game by Fred VanVleet running into him, which I thought was a bullshit call. I think that Duncan Robinson, quite frankly, deserves a little bit more respect from the officials. I didn't think, at least from my vantage point, even I think Tyler was calling for the review on it. Duncan Robinson, we're 6 years into this man's career. Can we give him some mother bleeping respect when it comes to what he's been doing? It's like the referees will still always pick on him. That being said, brings Kevin Love into the game. He finds Tyler Hero in the corner for a 3. extends the lead to double digits. That was essentially your dagger. You'd have some free throws going back, but Tyler would finish with 28 points. A really, really good performance from Tyler. And I think the thing that I love about it from him is, dude, he's such a dangerous shooter. With Tyler, I mean, this guy is obviously a really talented scorer all over the place. The free throws is still the work in progress, which is fine. But the thing that I always want to see from Tyler Hero, I'd love to see that I want this guy shooting double-digit threes nearly every game. He's that capable. He's that kind of good. He's that dangerous of a shooter. And I just love seeing him get the shots up from downtown. Half of his shot diet, just throw it on up there. Let's go. Bomb skis away. And I love seeing that from him. Bam, very interesting game from him today. He'd finished with 22 and 12. His game very herky-jerky because was getting a quick whistle today. So had to deal with that. So it did allow for Kevin Love to come in, and Kevin Love is almost a story in his own right, with what he's brought to this team from a, it felt very much like it was just a chemistry thing, but like this dude is producing night in and night out. He has been an absolute menace, leading that bench squad today, which, what do they give you as a total today? 15, 30, 44 points today off the bench. 44 points off the bench today. 15 from Kevin Love. 15 from Kevin Love, 12 from Jay Rich, 14 from Duncan Robinson, and 3 from Haywood Highsmith, who was great to see him return from injury. But man, Kevin Love's just been so damn good, man. He's been so damn good, and it is funny because it's like you have these guys in Bam and Tyler who kind of like look up to him. Like Tyler today, I think after the game called him the OG Jokic, and Spo talked about Kevin basically being, he's a guy. He's been a guy. This is a one-time prolific scorer in this league. And, as much as you just want to make him the rah-rah guy, this guy can still do a lot of things for you offensively in the rebounding game, in the playmaking game. And he's dangerous. He's a dangerous dude for this team to have. And the depth has definitely been a thing that you talk about. Mind you, this is a game still. The Heat played 9 guys, serious minutes, and that was with Kyle Lowry getting hurt. Haywood Highsmith just kind of getting his toe in the water. No Caleb Martin, no Jimmy Butler. So there are going to be some, first-class problems that Eric Spoelstra likes to talk about in the near future if everybody does get healthy, especially Jimmy, because I got a taste today, dude. This is. Let's just get to the headline of what I want to talk about. Great game by your 2 Kentucky guys leading the way, and Bam and Tyler doing what they should do. Kevin Love, tremendous. Duncan Robinson, tremendous. Jaime under the radar today. Still just like, hey, quietly, I'm a rookie. Just going to give you 14 a game, whatever you need. I'm there for a big bucket. But today was a very, very important day. Jovic, dude. Nikola Jovic. I think a landmark thing happened today. And it doesn't have to do with his stat line, which is vast. It's a variety. It is basically like a smorgasbord. It's a golden corral. It's like you go and you look at Nikola Jovic and you look at every category and he's giving you multiple numbers. Some would say flirting with a triple-double today with 6, 8, and 6. Some would say that. It's up to you where you want to put the line at. But the biggest thing happened today, and that was, I truly believe, Jovic won over Spo. Jovic won over Eric Spoelstra today. He plays. It's a weird rotation that he plays because it's basically like he played 10 minutes in the first half, 10 minutes uninterrupted in the second half. But the second half, in this third quarter, he was just everywhere, dude. He was getting steals off a double team with Bam. Then he's running down, and him and Bam's got the follow-up slam, and the Rockets have to call timeout. And then he's bringing the ball up, and he's getting the encouragement from the vets. You could see the bench. I'm sitting right behind the Heat bench. You could see Jimmy and Kevin Love. They're encouraging him. Brings the ball up, sticks a three. Kevin Love's walking to the timeout bench. He's like fired up for him. Then Nico gets on the run. He finds Tyler Hero for a 3-point shot. He's in the paint press. He's being a deterrent. He's making his presence be felt in this game. He was just everywhere. He was tipping balls out. He was getting loose balls, deflections. He was a menace today. A true menace for the Serbian Terminator. He was absolutely tremendous and got his flowers after the game, dude. Got his flowers after the game. But he was just always found like he was going to get somewhere and make a play happen. He had like this one sweet ass no-look bounce pass to Jaquez in the first half. He did him and Tyler Hero, it was Bam-esque with his dribble handoff, sets the screen for Tyler for a 3-point shot. I was like, look at you, dude. A little Jovi. He's growing on up. There was this one where Jovic, was in the first half. He kicks it to Tyler Hero. He misses the three, but there is Jovic. Boom. Gets the loose ball, gets it back to Tyler. Tyler hits the jumper, puts the Heat up 7. The Rockets called timeout. He was a deterrent. Like, it felt like he had Ime Udoka shook. And Caron Butler, who's got like a special relationship with Jovic. They always do the routine. You've seen it on the channel or my social medias. And he's just so fired up for him. And you could tell, like, he's as a member of the coaching staff and a former Heat first round pick, you could tell he's like, this is what the coaching staff wants to see, Nico. It was an awesome thing to see. Here's a little montage after the game. This is everybody praising how awesome he was.
He has positional size. He's very dynamic when you play him with Bam. They were trying to junk up some of the matchups, which they do very well, and put, Tate on Bam, and then Sagoon on Nico. Well, Nico's very skilled, and that just gives us a different dynamic if you try to do that kind of thing. And he'll just continue to improve. It's not going to be linear improvement. There'll be some ups and downs, but this playing time that he's gotten in the last several games has been really important. And when we get to practice tomorrow, again, it'll be much more relevant when we're going through the teaching points.
Just going back to Nico really quick, Spo said it's really dynamic. That's the word he used when it's you and him on the court together. You're smiling. Like, what is it about that?
Man, because Nico's special in his own way. He can dribble, he can shoot, he can pass. He's 6'10", and he's 20. So having a coach that has that much confidence in you to throw you in the starting lineup, obviously, we throw a rookie and basically another rookie in the starting lineup with us, and they contribute and help us win. That just speaks, one, the respect of his coach, and then two, the respect that he has from his coach.
Tyler, you had the one pull-up three on the break where Nico found you. I guess just how much do you like his style when he's just able to kind of get out and play like that, and just what was his impact tonight?
No, I love Nico. I told Nico I'm starting a Nikola Jović fan club led by Tyler Hero. I just love the way he plays, and he's so skilled. And I really think he's really, really good. So I'm excited for him to get out there and just continuing to build on the minutes and the opportunity he's got.
He started a fan club for you, he said just now.
He just bullshit. That's it. Oh, my bad. I shouldn't have cursed. That's all. My fault.
Look, I will accept that Tyler Hero can be the creator of the Nikola Jović fan club. Celebrities are great for fan clubs. It makes more people want to join. So I'm going to allow Boy Wonder to think that he created the Nikola Jović fan club. As you heard in the locker room, Jović said, well, that's bullshit, because I think Nico probably knows that I created the Nikola Jović fan club. He just didn't want to, crush Tyler's spirits on that. But and that, as fun as that is, and I love the shenanigans, and the vibes were very high in the locker room today, ladies and gentlemen. Let me just tell you that, Heat Nation. But it was Eric Spoelstra talking about him and Bam. It's just like you could just see the eyes light up with Eric Spoelstra, and he's just like, the words come out, dynamic. I was like, oh, tell me more. And then Wes Goldberg asked Bam about this after the game, and he's like, you can tell Bam, his eyes light up, and he goes, yeah, it is dynamic. He's also getting the goose. He's thinking about what this 6'10" monster can do next to him, where like they can both handle the ball. They can both make a rebounding presence. They can both start the fast break. Yes, he needs to get coverages down. Yes, he does not have he's going to get tricked every now and then. He's 20. Let him. Let him. Let's get to this postseason. Let's get this young fawn into a buck. Let's get him. Well, actually, you know what? The Bucks. Let's take this young calf and make him a bull. Well, they're less than a threat, but no, screw that team too. Let's just take this alien, this as extraterrestrial from Serbia, and let's put him in the lab. Let's have him ready and all set to make an impact for this postseason, because nothing has brought me more joy this year. I love seeing what Bam's bringing, and I love seeing what Tyler's bringing, and I love seeing Jimmy when Jimmy's in there doing his thing. But the thing that gives me the most happiness in the season, I love seeing Jovic and Jaquez do their thing, infuse something new to this team and to this product, and seeing what that next level is. So it was a delight today. I very much enjoyed it. Kyle Lowry, this is one other thing I got to mention. Kyle Lowry did hurt his hand in the game. The Heat are going to practice. You'll probably be watching this on, it's 1 a.m. So you guys will watch this later on Tuesday. So the Heat will practice later on today, and I'm sure we'll get more information of it. He did leave right away. Didn't play the rest of the game. Play just continued 4-on-5 for the Miami Heat. But Kyle Lowry hurting his hand is not great. Not great. It looked pretty painful, and that's definitely going to be something to keep an eye out on. So that was about the only bad news in an overwhelmingly good night for your Miami Heat.